Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the coaching community, the book business bosses, as well as the founder of BK Royston Foundation. So, helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a book business boss. So, I am super excited about all that's happening in my life and all that's happening in yours. And it's Sunday morning, and my lighting is not the greatest, but we're going to move on again. So we're talking about moving forward even in the dark, moving forward even in the dark. I'm one of those kids that had to have a nightlight on. It was in the top of my closet. I didn't like. I was afraid of the dark for so long. And even to this day, if it's somewhere I know where I'm going, I'm okay driving in the dark. But as I get older, I'm not really a nighttime driver. So when I travel, I really like for us to go in the daytime. Mr. Royston drives anytime, so it doesn't matter to him. But I can start off driving in the morning if it's dark, but I know the light is getting ready to come. My father-in-law tells me all the time I have a lot of control issues, which he said that's part of wanting to control the situation. And me, I just want to see and I just want to be safe. So being forward in the dark, the scripture text I have is Psalm 119, 105, a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my pathway. So when we're thinking about historical and ancient times, they had lamps, lights, fire, but Israel had lanterns that were actually literally on their feet, which was an incredible invention given that in modern times we just have light posts all along the highway, all along the streets, and if there's not a light on your street, you can just call up the electric company and say, come and install a light because it's too dark and it's dangerous over here. So, but back then, they relied on daytime, but if they had to go out at night, they put the lanterns on their feet to guide their way. So, moving forward in the dark, there's sometimes that God is leading us into not it's not demonic or a dark place such as that, but it is dark to us, meaning we can't see our way. That's really one of the main reasons why I don't like driving in the dark, because I don't know where that curve goes and I'm not familiar with this road, especially if I'm traveling in unfamiliar territory and the hill goes up, but where does it come down? And is there streets and is there potential animals? So now you get a glimpse of um, what I mean by being in the dark. But one of the main things that God reminds me to, um, one of the biggest things with when He's asking you to move into unfamiliar territory, it may be light outside, but it's a dark situation in your life. Number one, it's to drive you to God. When He is either calling you or you've experienced a situation that is dark, that is dreary, such as death and definitely loss, whether it's a family member, whether it's a child, whether it's the loss of a home, loss of a job, divorce, whatever that looks like. One of the main things the enemy wants to do is make you mad at God. And I've experienced that too. When things have happened and God said, "Hope, don't be mad at me. There's a purpose in this, there's a point to this." And I'm like, I don't like the point, and I don't like the purpose, but it's to drive you to God instead of away. Now, the enemy wants you to go away from God. When it's dark and it's dreary, he wants you to go back or stand still or not move forward. But this should drive you to God. God, lead me. Be that lamp. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, but I need you to you are your word and your word is you, but I need you to talk to me. I need you to tell me. I need you to console me. I need you to comfort me. I need you to tell me that you're with me. And God is verbal with me, so He tells me point blank out. And when He's not talking, I know I'm pretty much on the right road, but it's scary. It is a really apprehensive as far as I'm concerned. But number one is to drive you back to God. I trust that this blesses you. I'm the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. and share, comment, like. And then when you say, okay, I'm going back to God, and he said, yeah, you're on the road, just keep driving, just like the GPS says. Yes, but it's dark and you can't see your way. Yes, you still got to give God a yes, even though it's dark, because obedience is better than great sacrifice. And that's a rough one sometimes. That's a real tough one, hard one, because especially when it's dark and you don't know how you're gonna get out. You don't know how it's going to be fixed or how it's going to be resolved, how the situation's going to come out. And sometimes I've been in situations where I was like, oh, that was so horrible. Oh, but as I kept going, as I kept walking, as I kept enduring, as I kept moving forward, once I got on the other side of that hill and I realized, oh, okay, let's see if I can keep driving, I can look back and realize it was good for me to obey, because my past experience has also taught me it's better to obey than great sacrifice and try to negotiate. And, well, I could just stay right here and it could be good, and all that. I remember when I was working for a corporation and God was leading me to go back home and I was going to have to take a tremendous pay cut. And I'm like, well, God, if I stayed here, I could pay more tithes. He said, really, girl? Really? Is that where you're going to go? That if you made more money, you could pay more tithes? He said, I don't care nothing about how much tithes you pay. If it's 20 cents, $2, or 2 million, it doesn't matter to me. My most primary importance, which tithing is important, but my utmost importance is for you to be in the place that I want you to be and to obey me and follow me. And I'm certainly glad I did. Now I'm looking back on it going, where am I going and how much money they going to pay me and what am I going to be doing? And I don't even have no kids and I don't, what? So, but it is best to obey God because it works out at the end. Now you don't know it in the beginning, and it's a test, and it is. It's a test. So should you stay put? Because it's dark out there. I'm not ready to go. I'm not ready to go out into the dark. Something that's um, um, unknown. But there are sometimes. Now this is not what this seems. Now this one, lit as you go. I'm not talking about alcohol or being in the club. I'm talking about your pathway will be lit up as you go. It will light as you go. There are times when, as your feet move, then you're able to see your way. But you're not able to see your way if you just standing still. And it's dark, but there are sometimes supernaturally God will let the light of your understanding, the light of his word, the light of a song, the light of a message, the light sometimes of a stranger who sees you. Because I've had periods in my life where I met a stranger, and they could be angels unaware, because the Bible told us to be careful entertaining strangers. But that stranger could come along and say the right thing at the right time and light your way and direct you. Go down this way, take 2 stops, and turn right. So sometimes your the dark is lit as you go. Darkness. No, I'm not talking about nothing else. I'm talking about darkness. And then finally, I can't say for all your situation, but we have the prime example of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. Not my will, my strength, my way, but thine. Not my will, but thine will be done. Let this cup pass from me. Let this darkness, let us sit here until it's bright light and beautiful. And you're saying, no, go now, even though it's dark. I'll light the way as you walk. I will give you what you need as you go. I will be your provision. You won't have necessarily I'll provide, just like I did with the children of Israel in the wilderness. They'll have manna. You'll have manna every day. What is it? You'll have what you need every day. Because I'm Jehovah Jireh. I'm provider. So not my will, not my strength, not my way, but thine. Thy will be done. Kingdom come, thy will be done. So therefore, sometimes you have to walk in the dark. You have to move forward in the dark. It's not always fun. It's not always comfortable. It's not always, ooh, it can be really scary. But remember, as we've said through this whole moving forward series, we walk by faith and not by sight. We walk by faith even in the dark. We walk by faith in God's will, God's experiences, the thing, God's power, God's sovereignty, God's strength, God's omnipotence, God's eternalness. That's what we walk in, not in our own, not in our own will, not in our own way, but not my will, not our will, but His will be done. I trust that helps you as we move forward, even in the dark. And it is dark in a lot of places and a lot of situations and a lot of people's lives. But I pray that God illuminate your understanding, that He illuminate your way, and He illuminate your heart and be there and let you know He's there supernaturally more than He's ever let you know, because He promised He'd never leave us nor forsake us, and He'd be with us always, even in six trouble, seven trouble. He'd never leave us and never forsake us. So He's right there. Reach out, speak out. He hears you. He's everywhere at the same time, and He can do the impossible. I trust that blesses you today. And coming up at 10 a.m. on envision-radio.com is Live Your Best Life. You can listen to Envision-Radio, anytime, 24/7. Envision-radio.com and these apps, Simple, Audacity Tuner, My Tuner Radio, Radio.garden, Get Me Radio, Media U, or download our free app at the Google Play Store. Today on Live Your Best Life, I'm still airing educational specials, and this one is a special for tutors and for educator entrepreneurs. So tune in for that at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time and 3 p.m. West Africa time. And thank you so much to all of the African brothers and sisters on the continent and that are in that Facebook page. You be blessed in all that you do and living your best life as well. Miss Cheryl Underwood comes on at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with spiritual nourishment. And she has a church shout out line and an encouragement shout out line. Leave your comment, leave your encouragement, shout out your church and city and state and pastor at 1-855-743-7951 and share, or 1-855-Cheryl1. And we want to wish Miss Cheryl Underwood a happy birthday. She had a wonderful birthday this past week. So leave her a shout out, even if it's a belated birthday. Send her a shout out. We all need encouragement sometimes. I am still giving out 100 ways, 100 days on my Book Business Boss Facebook page, or Meta, or whatever it's going to be called now. But for right now, throughout October, even headed into November, the Book Business Boss Facebook page. If you're in business, if you're in ministry, if you have a nonprofit, there are going to be 100 ways throughout the remainder. I think there's approximately 61 days left in this year now. So we're moving on. 2021 is moving right along. And the Book Business Boss Facebook page, be sure and head on over there and like and follow that page. And you'll be able to see all of the 100 ways and the 100 days for the holidays and for every day. If you are interested in purchasing any of my books, especially the children's books are there, JuliaRoystonStore.com. Visit there 24/7 and order the books of your choice, and they'll be shipped out to you as well. So I am super excited of all that God has in my life. I am, as you can tell, I'm currently traveling and on the road. It will be headed. I will be in Memphis, Tennessee on November 6th. I'm on the Black Child book tour with Mr. Daryl Harvey. And so Brian and I will be traveling there. So if you're in the Memphis area, you know someone in the Memphis area, and they have children, or if they don't, if they have young people that they want to support and want to provide books for, and to have them reach out to us and follow us on social media. Now, I'm everywhere you want to be. And if you go to solo.to/Julia A. Royston, you will find all of my links and all of my stores and all of my pages that are right there. Feel free to reach out to me if you're interested in writing a book at talkwithroyston.com. That link is there at solo.to/Julia A. Royston as well. So you all be blessed. Have an awesome week. Have an awesome day. We love you, and we're praying that God continue to bless you as you move forward in the dark.